Joining me in studio, one of my favorite new to me bands in all of Canada and in the world, really, Monster Truck.
Woo!
How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Great, man. That was a good intro.
Good. Oh, yeah. It's true. It's true. I put you guys telling you off air. You guys are in my top 10 favorite albums with the Brown EP for
awesome.
this year. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. When you opened up for Diener,
Yeah.
everyone, you blew the entire crowd away. You guys stole that entire tour, I would imagine.
We can't say that.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you know what? I'll say
You
it.
can say that.
I can. Was definitely in Regina. I didn't see the whole tour, so.
It was pretty. He had a good following. He had good crowds.
Yeah, he
Well,
had
it's
nice
Diener.
people too. Yeah, they're just like
Yeah.
interesting group of rock and rollers.
Yeah. No, they were all really nice, but you guys just blew me away and blew the entire crowd away. So
Awesome,
let's talk Monster Truck.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whose idea was it to call it Monster Truck? Because I know when I saw originally Monster Truck opening up for the Sheepdogs, I'm like, who the hell calls themselves Monster Truck? What's that about?
too,
So
the idea to name it Monster Truck hit me at a party that we were all at, and it was after Steve had this old beat up Astro van that he used to cruise around in, his work truck, and it's pretty far from a monster truck, which is why it was funny to nickname his Astro van the Monster Truck. And we had been calling it that for months and months, while also talking about starting a riff rock band and not having really any direction or idea stylistically for it.
Right.
So I was kind of half drunk sitting in the corner, and I was like, should name the band Monster Truck. And then as soon as it hit me, I went over to Harv and I went over to Steve. I'm like, we got to do this band. I'm like, let's call it Monster Truck. And they were both like, okay. And then Harv immediately was like, well, we need an organ player. We need rock organ. If we're gonna do this band, we need an organ. And Brando wasn't at the party, but as soon as I woke up with a hangover the next day, I like pulled my phone out and I knew who to call like instantly. I was like, this is only one dude who can do this. Gotta called him immediately. Brando, Monster Truck, riff rock. We're gonna party. It's gonna be great. He was like, yeah. Like, no hesitation.
did you have to leave like yourself a note?
No,
you know, on your phone.
No,
'cause
when
you're
I've
drunk, you know,
when
come
I've
up
got
with
an
that?
idea, and it's just like I mean, you could say that probably about just about everyone in this band, and we all get pretty hell bent when we've got what we feel is a good idea, which is probably half the reason that the band's doing so well right now.
Well, you guys are doing great, like huge things. Now, you hear the people referring to the Sheepdogs as the guests who, a buddy of mine pointed it out, and I really think that it's a good point. Do you guys hear a lot of Deep Purple references?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get there's a lot of like Soundgarden, Deep Purple, you know, the occasional Zeppelin, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, you can definitely see that.
AC/DC, I get the Angus Young reference. Having the organ in there really does lean towards the Deep Purple reference.
Yeah.
The idea of the band started between the love of Grand Funk Railroad, which kind of gets lost in the shuffle a lot of the time because they changed so much over the years into something different from what we really loved in the early beginning of their band. But I mean, I like getting compared to those bands, but it's also cool to be compared to other bands like Soundgarden, Rage Against the Machine sometimes just because of the heavy riffing.
Right.
I mean, we like to borrow from everything, you know, and try and come up with our own little spice to throw in, which is you know, the aim to try and mix the old with the new.
Right on. Now, I have a rule that I always do for shows, and it's never wear the shirt to the show.
Okay.
Right? But
Well,
you know what?
that's fair.
I'm wearing the shirt to the interview today.
Yeah. Don't F with the truck.
Yeah, don't F with the truck. So I put it on, take off my shirt here.
Badass.
I mean, this is totally straight. I mean, I'm just taking my cover shirt off in front of you guys. So. Excuse me. Now, 2 EPs out, right?
Yeah.
What was the first one? What's the name of the
Just
first
a
one?
self-titled.
Yeah, it's
Just self-titled.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Brown EP, which I assume all will be available. Both will be available at the show tonight.
They will.
Oh, absolutely.
What other kind of merch do you guys have there besides the "Don't F with the Truck" T-shirt?
We
that
got
I've
some
on?
new stuff, man. We did a new Assorted Beast themed T-shirt, which has just got like a gnarly looking, high graphic, detailed beast on the front.
Sweet.
We've got a really cool kind of plain Jane kind of T-shirt with the Brown EP artwork on it, with like a light brown and a dark brown kind of like chilled out T-shirt. We got embroidered patches that look phenomenal.
That's cool.
No one's buying them. I don't know what everyone's problem is. They're so cool. They look like exactly like our logo. They're like, you know, multicolored, like iron on old school patches, and they're collecting dust on the merch table. So we're finding that the really there's one we sell one a night, and it's someone really really cool. It's kind of like
Usually
we
wearing
find
a
out
denim
who
vest or jacket.
Yeah, no, yeah. So that the patches, the CDs, the new T-shirts. Yeah, we try to switch it up. We come through the same place twice. We want to make sure we got something new.
Yeah, because you guys weren't here. It was like a month and a half ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
pretty
know
much.
that's so weird to me. It's just we've been in a time warp for like.
Did you have any time off between tours? Really?
Yeah, but it was like spent, trying to find couches to sleep on, and like just getting the van back into good repair, buying new merch, and just general prepping. We're also working on a new record. We've been spending a lot of time in the jam space, really honing some new songs, which we're playing tonight at the show. We got like 2 or 3 new ones that have not yet been heard.
Awesome.
So yeah, just hard at work, man. We're really just trying to put our nose to the grindstone and just get stuff done.
Well, the Brown EP is just it's fabulous. It is so good. A 5-song EP available tonight, and you're going to be playing a song right now if you guys want.
Yeah,
7 Seas Blues, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Whenever
hit
you
it.
want. Monster Truck.
I've been waiting by the seaside for my ship to come in. I've been waiting such a long time. Never thought I'd see you again. Now I'm moving on homeward through the wind and the wave. All the terrors of the dark void are all waiting there for me.
Whoa, whoa.
I got the 7 Seas blues.
Whoa.
I got the 7 Seas blues. Got the 7 Seas blues, yeah. Oh my girl, if I could hold you through the wind and the wave, all this would be more worth it. I got some tricks, you'd be amazed. But baby, I got miles still left to go now, and you're thinking about moving on. Stay with me, my pretty darling. I'll be home in not too long. Got the 7 Seas blues. I got the 7 Seas blues. Got the 7 Seas blues, yeah. Oh, them blues, them blues. I got the 7 Seas blues, yeah. Oh, oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got the 7 Seas blues. I got the 7 Seas blues. Got the 7 Seas blues, yeah. I got the 7 Seas blues. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
Very well done. That was the first time you have done an acoustic song?
Yeah, man, it's
Like,
hard
well,
not to-
from this album.
Yeah,
obviously.
man. Yeah, it's hard, the energy level. You gotta kind of bring it down, but keep it inside, and it's weird.
Yeah, like how were you able to pull that off, John? Like, 'cause that song just rocks, like it rips. And, like, how were you able to tone that down so much? Well, both
I
of you,
think-
really.
Sing quieter.
Yeah,
That's about it, man.
it's kind of drawing from a different place too. Like really, just kind of take in like the emotion of the song, which is like the longing and the sadness of it, and you just kind of push that through. I mean, make that the emphasis instead of the metal side of things.
Yeah, right. So do you guys have a lot of what's the word I'm looking? Fantasy, I guess. Would there be a lot of fantasy for your guys' lyrics? I mean, Sordid Beast.
We're not
stuff
afraid
like
of it. I mean, Harvey
Yeah.
definitely likes he's into the Game of Thrones and the
good stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
Which was a book, a graphic novel, I guess, before
Yeah.
it was a TV show, right? Like
Yep.
The Walking Dead.
yeah, we're into all that stuff.
Cool.
Pretty much mixed across the board.
Right on. Now, you Jeremy, you've got a bit of a past here too with
Oh
bands.
no, you found the pictures. Oh man, we've
Sorry.
got to go.
Yeah, they're on our Facebook page. No, I'm talking about a previous band of yours.
You bet.
The Reason,
Yeah.
right? There
Yeah.
was you and Steve both.
Yeah.
So, what happened there? Like, can we talk? Do you want to talk about that at all?
I hate those guys, and we got in a huge fight. No, man, they're good dudes, man. Me and Steve were in that band, and we were doing. I was in it for about 4 or 5 years. I went through a couple record cycles. We had just gotten Steve. We needed a new drummer. Me and Steve kind of hit it off the bat. We were kind of into heavier music and stuff, and he was showing me stuff, and I was showing him things, and this band was never meant to be a thorn in the Reason's side. But like I said, we started out as kind of a joke, kind of a larf, just to be like, let's have some fun, and the just kind of gained momentum on its own, and we literally just it came down to the fact we had to make a choice, for their sake, for our sake, for everyone's sake, and it just came down to our hearts being locked into this band, and we had to make the choice, and that was what happened, and we did a pretty good job of staying, we pretty upfront with those dudes, and we're still friends, cool. And I mean they're wicked dudes, wicked band. They're doing good. They're doing great things. Like as far as I'm concerned, everyone won. Pretty much. So.
Well, they just did a cross Canada tour with the Tea Party.
Yeah.
Which you're still on the poster.
Yeah, I mean,
you're pointing
dude,
that out.
When I was in the Reason, man. When those pictures go out, the second those band photos go out, when I joined the Reason, I went around on tour for 3 years and saw the old dude's face, and it's just it's the nature of switching members. It's really it's impossible to send out a press release to every college station and venue and say, oh, there's a new dude, we got to make sure his face. It's like no one cares. It's just 4 or 5 bearded, long-haired dudes playing music.
So is that part of the reason why you got picked up here too, with the sheepdogs, long hair, beards?
Hey man, it certainly helps. It's one of those things that you never plan on, but when it lines up like that, it's a good look, I guess. But we looked into this tour a bit, and mostly it was us being buddies with them, and we had played with them before, and there's some mutual respect there where we just we thought they were so good. The first time we saw them, we felt bad about ourselves. We're like, because we were on our high horses, we're like, man, we got this wicked rock band, we're awesome.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Sheepdogs and we're like, oh.
They said that they were like, man, we don't know. We were scared to bring them on tour with us because that's how tight of a band you guys are.
It's mutual respect, man. We love them. They have a lot of respect for us, it seems. And we have a lot of fun together. We, every night is more party than it should be. And
that's all right. Though.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I mean, it's just worked out perfect. You really couldn't have asked to put 2 bands together that was more suited in my mind. So we're glad it's working out, and we're glad to hear that they think it's working out because it's just been a great tour, and it's only 6 shows left. So.
That's it.
Yeah, man. And then it's a race home from Vancouver for Christmas for us.
That's gonna be a quick trip back then.
Yeah, well, really quick and
Well, it is. You got a long drive to go back from Vancouver to
Hamilton,
right?
yeah,
60
man.
hours.
Yeah, it's a movie. Wow. We're gonna make it into a movie. It's gonna be like 5 long-haired idiots try and make it home for Christmas.
Okay, we're gonna play Righteous Smoke here right away.
Yes.
But John, I just want to know about the toolbox. What's up with the toolbox on stage?
I don't know. I just had it in our practice space. It's just where I put my chords and stuff. And one day I just threw my foot up on it, and it was really comfortable to play.
See, he forgets.
You're tall.
He forgets the best part though, because we had jammed for 2 months and we hadn't had a show yet, and he was like, "What am I gonna do for shows? I can't use this toolbox." And everyone chimed in immediately. Me, Bliss, and Steve were like, "What are you talking about? Use a toolbox. It's awesome."
So
he felt weird about it at first. He's like, "I'll bring a toolbox, put my foot on stage." And we're like, "That's your thing. That's your schoolboy outfit, or your
there we go. That's a good
and
comparison.
now people always ask about it. It's a thing. It's Harvey and his toolbox. It's beautiful. It's called Bob Vila, by the way.
Bob Vila.
If you want to refer to it from now on.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, tonight, Monster Truck opening up for the Sheepdogs. Wolf's presentation of this concert at the District. Doors are at 8. You guys are on stage at around 9, I think, and then Sheepdogs are on
early,
right around 10. Yeah, get there earlier. Because
people come and miss it, then they see one song and they're like, "Oh," that's what you get.
That's what I've been saying for months now, a month and a half since I've seen you guys, so I shouldn't exaggerate by months. But Anyways, buy their merch, support them. That's Monster Truck John, Jeremy. Guys, thanks for coming in here
Thanks, dude.
today. That's
Yeah.
great. So Monster Truck, this is Righteous Smoke. It's on the
Yeah.
Wolf.